What up, Dokkaners? So a lot of you guys have been recently asking me about the 7-year anniversary and how many stones you'll be able to have by the 7-year anniversary. I remember a couple people during my last summon stream were asking me, hey, do you think I'll have over 1,000 stones by the 7-year anniversary? And I said, yeah, probably, but I couldn't give a definitive answer. So for those people, and for the rest of you guys who have probably also thought the same thing, today's video is going to be an attempt to go through every single campaign that is confirmed and going into the unknown a little bit and venturing into some of the campaigns that we haven't yet received yet, but we will. And we're going to try to calculate a rough estimate of how many stones we could be seeing by the 7-year anniversary. This is going to be exceptionally useful for new players because you guys are probably still in that honeymoon phase of Dokkan where you just want to live in the here and now and summon on whatever banner is available, but then at the same time, you see some of these videos, all the hype that's being built up about the 7-year units, and you start to question yourself. I know I definitely had this. Should I be saving or should I be summoning when I'm just having such a good time playing the game? So hopefully this video will make you guys a little bit more informed about what's to come. Maybe it influences your spending habits for the better or for the worse, who knows, but the more knowledge you have, the better. And I should know, trust me, I need a lot of knowledge. So let's go through every single campaign that's coming up. We're going to start with part 2 of the JP campaign for the Android Celebration. We have yet to have this on Global. We are still in the middle of the Android Celebration, but we haven't had the Fusion's EZA yet. So I'm going to be going through the JP rundown here, and I'm going to count the Fusion's EZA stuff. We just got the in-game news last night. They will be dropping tomorrow, so depending on when you're watching this, also keep that in mind. Also, a little bit of a disclaimer. I do want to mention there are a lot of variables when calculating this stuff, like social media campaigns, top grossing, Ginyu Force, Hercule login bonuses. Those things are completely RNG based. Incomplete events, if you're a brand new player, you've got a ton of more stones to pick up than a veteran player. World Tournament rank has variation. Chain battle, Peton battle, just random rounding off errors, global JP differences, etc. Things like that. So there's a lot of variation here, so don't take my word as gospel. So now let's jump in. Part 2 of the androids. We've got 12 stones coming in from this login differential right here, 16th to 28th. That's 12 stones. We've got 5 dragon stones coming in from the missions here for the Trunks special missions. Again, this could also change. I don't know. Scrolling down here past all of the trade jewel stuff, let's go to... all right. So we've got the Extreme Z battle for the future Gohan and the fusions. So, depending on whether or not, let's just say, for example, they move this to some other campaign. They won't. But if they do, we're still going to get this before the 7-year anniversary. So there's no way we shouldn't count this. So that's why it doesn't matter what's coming up. We're just going to count them all. So we've got 30 Dragon Stones plus the missions here. That gives us another 4 Dragon Stones. So that's 34 stones. Same goes for the Fusion's EZA. That's going to give us another 34. We've got 4 Dragon Stones coming in from the Fusion's story event because most of you probably have not done them. 2 stones per stage. We've also got the Extreme Z area for the free-to-play Android 17 and 18. That will be giving us 6 Dragon Stones because 2 stones for each level and then 2 stones for missions. Now this one's a bit of a question mark. I'm not sure if we're getting this, so I'm not going to count this. We just got the new stage for Super Battle Road just during this campaign, Planet Namek Saga. I don't know if we're going to be getting a second one during part 2. I could be wrong, but I'm not going to count that. So there's your first example of possible variation. Then we've got the... okay, so this is something that I should have mentioned on the last video when I talked about this. Infinite Dragon Ball History is coming up on the JP side, but Global will not be getting this during the future Gohan campaign because Entrusted Will is in the category. That is a category that was introduced from the Trunks Dokkan Festival celebration, which has yet to release on Global. So we're going to count this, yes, but we're not going to count this right away. We're going to postpone that. And then we've got the World Tournament. So out of all of the upcoming Dokkan Festival, the World Tournament seems to only appear on the Androids one. There is no World Tournament on the others. So that could mean, I don't know, if we're going to use this as a separate calculation. We'll say maybe there's going to be 1 or 2 World Tournaments before the 7-year anniversary, so we'll count that later. A World Tournament is basically counted as 50 Dragon Stones. And then we've got Peton Battle, and then we've got Chain Battle. Peton gives us 11, Chain Battle gives us up to 20. So with that said, this first campaign, or the remainder of the Androids campaign, will be giving us a grand total of 126. So we've got 126 Dragon Stones. We're not counting Infinite Dragon Ball History. Now let's move on to the Trunks Dokkan Festival campaign. Global was supposed to get this next, we thought, but they skipped it. That's okay. So with this, we'll be getting 27 Dragon Stones from Login, 27 Dragon Stones from the missions, And then if we continue on here, we've got 2 Dragon Stones from the new Dokkan event. 31 Dragon Stones coming in for Ultimate Clash. Every single Ultimate Clash gives you 31 Dragon Stones. Scrolling down here, we've got the LR Trunks EZA, which means 30 Dragon Stones plus 3 more stones, I believe, for 1 mission. I was just going through all of this, and I didn't realize this. Why do they give us 3 Dragon Stones for clearing Stage 7? Why are we getting a reward for beating Stage 7? We have to beat Stage 10 to get all of the medals. Why Stage 7? I've always found that to be a little random. So, I mean, I guess if anything, this is probably for players who struggle to get past level 7, I guess. Although, if anything, they should probably move it down to level 5. I don't know. Anyway, 33 Dragon Stones coming in for the LR Extreme Z Battle. We've got Chain Battle giving us another 20 stones. New stage, we'll definitely get a new stage by the time the new campaign rolls around, which means another 5 stones for Super Battle Road. And then we've got Peton Battle, which also gives us 11. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to count the Infinite Dragon Ball History stage from before, because now Entrusted will be available. So that's another 27 Dragon Stones. So with that said, all of that comes together to a grand total of 156 plus that 27 that I mentioned. So that puts us at 309. We are at 309 now from the remainder of this current celebration and the Trunks Dokkan Festival celebration coming up next, theoretically. That's not all. We've got a whole lot more, folks. Then we've got the Kid Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku Dokkan Festival. This happened during the new year for JP, so let's go through this. From the 1st till the 22nd, that's 21 stones for logins. Okay, we've got 21 stones for login. Then we've got the Hercule, or not the Hercule, the Ginyu Force Fighting Pose. So this is where the RNG comes into play, because I can't really say for sure if you're going to be getting Ultra Lucky, or Kinda Lucky, or Regular Lucky. So this is going to cause some variation depending on who you are, so I'm not going to count that. And then scrolling down here, we've got the Extreme Z Battle for the LR Goten and Trunks, which means another 30 stones plus 3 stones for missions. That gives us 33 Dragon Stones. And did I miss anything? I might have missed something. No, I haven't. We've got the... Okay, so now we've got these special missions, special weekend missions. I'm not going to be counting these because I just can't. I don't want to. So there's another example of variation. Here's where I do have to subtract. Well, I'm not going to subtract, but I'm not going to count this. We got 15 Dragon Stones on JP for the New Year login bonus. It's obviously not going to be New Year's by the time we get this. So I'm going to omit this from calculation. I don't even want to include this because this doesn't count. Plus, I'm basing that off of the dates from the Dokkan Festival banner. The Dokkan Festival banner ends on the 22nd, which is what we saw at the top here. So from the 1st to the 22nd, that's 21 stones. So we're not going to count the New Year's missions. We've got the Jackie Moon here. This is the special missions from the new year. This one still has all of the stuff that applies to the campaign. So this one does count. So tabulating all of those mission rewards, we're going to be getting... Is it 23? Got 4, 7, 9, 11, 14, 17, 22. 22 Dragon Stones. Okay, so 22 Dragon Stones from these missions. Then we got the banners. I'm just making sure everything checks out. We've got 2 stones coming in from the new stage on this event. 2 stones coming in from this stage as well, so that's 4 Dragon Stones. Then we've got this, the revamped of our second Dragon Ball story. So if you guys know, in the Version Z update now, they have taken one story event and they've completely redone it in the context of this new story mode called DB Story Mode. This is the second one to undergo that treatment. So this will be completely revamped, which means more stones to be gained. All of this totals to 23 stones, including the missions. Missions give us primarily support memory stuff, but then we also get 3 stones here. So that's 20 stones plus 3, 23 Dragon Stones coming in from this story revamp. The Fusions event is coming back. We're not going to count this again because there's no new stages being added. It's simply returning, so we're only going to count this once. We've got the new Extreme Z area because 3 free-to-play units are going to be getting their EZAs. So this, as well as 3 new EZAs coming in for the free-to-play Majin Buu Saga Extreme Z area. Both of these will be giving us more stones. So we're going to be getting 12 Dragon Stones. We're going to be getting 9 Dragon Stones from this, all things considered. Then we've got a new stage coming in for Super Battle Road again, so that's another 5. And then we go through all of these story events. If you guys are new, all of these would also count, but I'm not going to count these. Then we've got 31 stones coming in from the Ultimate Clash, 35 from the remaining Fusions EZAs. So we're getting a whole chunk of them now on Global. We're also going to be getting upgrades to the remaining Fusions units in this campaign eventually. So that's another 35 Dragon Stones. And then we go down here, Super Strike renewal. So if you guys forgot, the Super Strike event is going to be undergoing a metamorphosis for all of them. The first one is Mighty Mask, which means 19 more Dragon Stones coming in from all of these missions. Infinite Dragon Ball History also coming in, which means another 27 Dragon Stones, and 11 from Peton Battle. So that gives us a grand total of 252. So we're going to add 252 to the running total here. That puts us at 561. So that is just the remaining Dokkan Festival banners or celebrations that are confirmed. We haven't even gone into Saiyan Day or Golden Week. Those are the other two campaigns that have yet to release, and now that they are simultaneous celebrations with JP, that is going to probably remain, I would assume so. So looking at how things played out last year, I went through and I tabulated the totals that we got from last year's Saiyan Day. We got 123 Dragon Stones from last year's Saiyan Day. Stones from logins, missions, new events, new Infinite Dragon Ball History, all of that stuff. And then I also included the cooperative campaign, because this is a given. Like, they're going to do this. If they have any sort of joint celebration, they will have some sort of a campaign that relates to that. So I counted all of this as well. And then also Explosive Chain Battle. So the Saiyan Day from last year gave us 123 Dragon Stones. Now, this is where some variation comes into play, because I don't exactly know how they're going to be playing this out this year. They could change it. It could be separate for whatever reason. There could be all sorts of different things that could come in as a result of Saiyan Day. So we could get anywhere from like maybe 110 Dragon Stones, maybe to 150. Who knows? So what I'm going to do here is, instead of just taking a random number, I'm just going to count last year. I'm going to count last year's total, and we're going to add that. So as I said, 123 Dragon Stones is how much we gained from Saiyan Day. I'm not even looking at the social media stuff. And then if we go to Golden Week is a whole other beast. Golden Week was crazy, because Golden Week we had the Dual Dokkan Festival, GT, Goku, Vegeta. All in all, Golden Week gave us 257 Dragon Stones. I actually counted all of this. There was some weird numbering stuff going on, shenanigans here. So I don't even know if my calculations were 100% correct, because we got 10 plus 54, or 44, which means 54 stones. I didn't really know where to go with all of this. So I ultimately just calculated everything, and I brought the running total for Golden Week to 257. Just from this first page, we've got 257 stones worth of stuff from missions, events, and whatnot. And then if we move over to the Goku Day campaign stuff, that gives us another 121. So that's a lot. That's a lot. That's 378 stones just from Golden Week and the Goku Day campaign. Now, I don't know if there's some stones being overlapped here. It's possible, or it's possible that I'm just counting everything correctly, or maybe I rounded off a little bit. But everything that comes from these two tabs gives us a grand total of 378. So if we got 378 plus 123, that gives us over 500 Dragon Stones, 501 Dragon Stones from Saiyan Day and Golden Week. So these are the two campaigns that have not yet been released for Global or JP for this year, but they will be dropping on Global before we get the 7-year anniversary. JP will be getting them afterwards, because they're already in the middle of their 7-year. Global will not be doing that. So we have to count that in for Global in terms of our running total. So if we want to be counting exactly the amount that we got from last year's Saiyan Day and Golden Week, that's going to be 501 stones to be added to the 561, which means 1,062. This is, again, very rough, and this isn't even factoring in World Tournament. If we get one World Tournament, that adds another 50. That gives us 1,112. If we add a second World Tournament, which I feel like is probably more likely, 2 World Tournaments from now until the 7-year seems more likely, that puts us at 1,162. So now, this is kind of essentially the rough estimate that I've come to regarding all of the stones that we could be seeing from now until the 7-year anniversary. There's a lot of variation, as I mentioned, but this kind of gives you an idea. We've easily breached the 1,000 stone mark. So if you guys are at 0 stones right now, then going into the 7-year anniversary, if all things check out, you could probably end up having around 1,100, maybe 1,000 Dragon Stones for free. That's pretty good. So hopefully this weird math session was able to give you guys some idea about what is to come. If you guys have 0 stones, I've seen some comments. You know, I summon on the androids banner. I have a fresh 68 dragon stones. I have 5 dragon stones ready to go for the 7th anniversary. Now you can see how many stones are headed your way, give or take. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if these numbers are accurate. Do you think that's going to be enough for you, given how many stones you have right now for the 7th anniversary banners? Or do you feel like you're still going to have to spend a little bit or do something else to get more stones in the process? I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. And let me know if I missed anything in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to save your stones responsibly.